Hello, Internet! I am Torma Ximnus, and welcome to the second episode of RWBY Volume 7. Last episode, everyone got captured by the ace ops of Atlas Academy, and I have some notes from some conversations I had with people from last episode, so I'd just like to take a moment to go over these really quick. So, Aesop's could perhaps be a reference to Aesop's Fables. One of the guys had a lucky rabbit's foot and a couple of other things, so I saw that lucky rabbit's foot when it was pointed out to me, and I was thinking, Peter Rabbit? Maybe? And then, of course, Atlas and Mantle basically being a military state. We see this right from the outset, okay? Ironwood going, we are going to make sure that this place is kept safe and strong. And then Winter contrasting that, going by, anyone not cooperating with the military will be guilty of a crime. And I'm just like, okay. And apparently there was damage to the Atlas wall, which is what allowed the Grimm to get in the first place, because one of the things that we saw up on that screen that was showing like a bunch of different news headlines was that a missing journalist had been found slain. Now, it doesn't say by who or what. Potentially could have been a Grimm, potentially could have been someone that didn't want him or her having whatever story or information that was come across to be made public. So, could be Grimm, could be Watts, could be Tyrion, could be something to do with something with Salem, could be something to do with some corrupted political official in Atlas. We don't know, but that right there is something interesting to keep an eye out for. And it also noted that there's an election imminent, and one of the people there is named Robin. Now, for me, this means two things. One is that it could be a reference to Robin Hood, the fairy tale character, because, of course. The other is the fact that Robin is a bird. And that means Robin could maybe potentially be one of the birds for the Atlas area that was given the ability to transform into a bird via Ozpin. So that would be very interesting to find out if that is indeed the case, or if it's just another red herring. As for the rest of it, this again comes from the news headline stuff that gives me the idea that there could be the potential of either Jacques or someone else who doesn't like having their business interfered with by the Atlas embargo could be trying to find a way to discredit Ironwood, potentially thereby getting him removed as the head of Atlas, to have someone more business-minded put in the head spot. And since everyone on the Atlas Council is scared and basically just doing whatever Ironwood says, that same fear could be turned against Ironwood, thereby having him outed fairly easily. So, yeah, there could be a coup. And during that coup, Atlas Tower, if not the floating city of Mantlis, could end up falling on top of Mantle, and that would not be great. A lot of people would die, unless the area was able to be evacuated prior to. And, of course, we saw a glimpse of racism against Faunus, which has been constantly hinted at, and it has been constantly stated that the city of Atlas is like the single biggest place where Faunus racism is at its worst. So, we'll see what happens there. Anywho, other stuff that I kind of wanted to cover, but if I were to try to accurately cover all of this before the episode, it would just drag on way too much. So, let's get the screen up, and Volume 7, Episode 2, A New Approach, starting in now. Let's go! I honestly feel like the intro music for Volume 7 is the most different out of all the songs that we've had thus far for the previous 6 seasons, volumes, whatever you call them. Man. This bit where they have transitions between the volumes 1, 4, and 7 outfits is definitely a nice touch. Hey, it's the Aesop Squad. Atlas Operatives Field Ace. Jeez. I wonder if going from the Aesops to Watts is hinting at something for later in the volume. Penny! I'm so glad they were able to bring that character back. There's Robin. And, yep. Yeah, I get the feeling that something's going to happen between Ironwood and Jock that's going to cause a lot of trouble just from that one brief point there where someone's throwing a pebble at the screen and it just kind of shifts a little bit. And here we go. So, last time, everyone was captured. Let's see what happens next! Prison transport ship, because, of course. Huh. Are their hands stuck behind them still, or... doesn't seem like it. Okay, so they're not quite as thoroughly bound as before, and it sounds like people are having arguments in the next cabin over. Or it's just the pilots having whatever kind of witty banter.
I'm gonna go with jail.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fishing pole guy took us out like it was nothing.
Fishing pole guy!
Those were Ironwood's ace operatives.
Yep.
You guys had a run-in with the Aesops?
Yep.
Ironwood must really have a bone to pick with you.
They're not
Seriously?
that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal?
What?
The Aesops are the elite of elite military huntsmen. And Ironwood's personal attack dogs.
So they got you too, huh?
I wouldn't let myself get caught by them. I'm here because I've been speaking out against Atlas's exploitation of Mantle, and General Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worth it if it gets people talking about our cause.
Oh, please.
Our cause?
Yes.
I feel like
fight
that
for
guy
better
isn't
conditions
playing
in
with a
Mantle,
full deck
led
of
by
cards,
the
if you know what I
charismatic,
mean.
Talented, lovely Robin Hill and her happy huntresses. They were all top Atlas Academy graduates who could have signed up for the military, but Robin and the Huntresses chose to stay in Mantle. She's gunning for a seat on the Kingdom's Council, and when she gets it, she's gonna put an end to Ironwood's tyranny!
This guy is way
Is that
too
their
worked
real
up.
name? Don't you think tyranny's a little dramatic?
Why, it's just how much do you know
Easy
of
to
what's
say
going on?
for a Schnee heiress living comfortably up in Atlas.
Whoa. Low blow.
Not anymore.
Yeah, she hasn't been living comfortably up there for a while. And there's Atlas itself. Jeez. Talk about a huge high-tech city. Yeah,
Don't
no
let
kidding.
that fool you.
Don't let that view fool you, huh? That right.
This isn't the police station.
It's
The Academy.
Atlas Academy.
So they're being taken straight to Ironwood, courtesy of the Aesops. Okay. That is different. So... does that mean Ironwood basically said bring them in because I have questions for them? Or is there something else going on here? Well, here come some soldiers, so, wonder what this is about.
I guess we will be seeing the general.
Yeah, you're still
Better
in...
or worse.
You're still in cuffs, though, so, you know, that is still a thing, and not that great a thing.
So, what do we do?
Try not to freak out, maybe?
But we should be careful with what we say.
That is not an encouraging
Follow your
picture.
lead, Ruby.
Okay, so... what happens next? Yeah, that looks suspiciously like it could be the place leading to the vault. Either that or it's just a very fancy entrance hall. Hey, it's Penny.
Here.
Well,
Winter.
yeah, this is kind of awkward.
Anyone want to give us a hand with these?
You have 10 seconds to take those off before I start hurting you.
Friggin' perfect. Wow.
It's so good to see all of you.
Our reception didn't really
So-
convey that.
Yeah, well, now that they're here...
I sincerely regret how you were treated by my team. When a rogue airship entered our airspace, it raised some red flags.
Red
We assumed
flags.
The ship was
Yeah,
stolen.
that is
Stolen?
Well, it kind of was, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It was stolen.
You stole an Atlas airship?
Hashtag
What
blame
were
Cordo
you
then.
thinking? You might have been shut down. How unbelievably irresponsible.
And
I'm sorry I
that's an
worried you.
easy way to shut her up.
But we did what we had to do.
Biggest weakness,
I
family.
suppose I understand. But I cannot believe that you allowed this to happen, Crow.
You
They didn't
try
give him
stopping
much of a
these
choice.
kids when they have their minds set on something.
Yeah, very
I
true.
have some important information for you that's confidential.
Yep.
Oh, is it about the relics?
Or perhaps the Winter Maiden?
Oh, hey, he read them in.
You told them?
Well, he's got his own inner circle, so you know. Oh, good, it's still there. Thank
Did you really
goodness.
think you were the only one who got to work on a new plan after Beacon? With Ozpin gone, I needed my own team of people I could trust. So
I mean,
yes,
he's got a
I
fair
told
point.
The Aesops too. Which is why I'm so glad you're here.
I hope he doesn't end up
This-
regretting that.
Until now, I believed it was impossible to truly turn the tide against Salem. Oz has pushed her back, has kept victory out of her claws, but she will keep returning.
Yeah.
Stronger and stronger,
More like she just won't die.
unless we destroy her.
Yeah, except she can't be destroyed.
But what about the Atlas relic?
You mean the Staff of Creation?
It's
Yep.
safe inside the vault.
And the Winter Maiden?
She is secure and in stable condition.
Stable condition.
Whoa, what happened?
Not exactly a spring chicken.
Oh, she's old. Got it.
I know how this all looks. Recalling
Bad,
the
you
military,
mean?
The embargo. I probably don't seem the most trustworthy right now.
No,
Then why continue
specifically.
it?
The people of Mantle are hurting.
I needed to ensure Salem couldn't infiltrate Atlas. And
Too
I wanted
late.
my military here, protecting my people.
But it's not protecting them. It's making everyone hate you.
Little bit, yeah.
It's a price I'm willing to pay.
That right.
Just as you all have been entrusted with the knowledge of Salem's existence, I need you all to trust me. I have a plan.
Oh yeah, and what's that plan?
Ozpin believed the best way to fight Salem was to do so in secret. Whether that was the right choice or not isn't for me to say. But we find ourselves in a position of needing, well, a new approach.
And what do you suggest?
And what kind of new approach would that be? Is that Amity Arena?
That's Amity Coliseum.
Where the Vital
It
Festival
is.
is held?
Indeed. When Beacon fell and everyone on Remnant lost contact with one another, I knew our current system was outdated. Amity
That
was
right.
built to bring the nations together.
That
And
it
will
was.
serve
That
purpose
was.
once again.
Are you talking about turning it into a satellite network? Oh,
Isn't it great? We're not going to
That's
just
something.
replace Beacon Tower. Building a new tower on top of Amity Coliseum will re-establish global communications.
By launching the tower high into the atmosphere, our scientists believe we can create a sort of satellite, out of reach of the Grim and capable of maintaining global communications even if we were to lose another tower.
that would be cool if it
That
is able to be
great.
done,
James,
but something's going to go wrong.
You don't need the entire military for this.
I
Then
will for the next part, where I finally tell the people about Salem.
no, that is a bad move. Don't even think about it. No.
So that's
Bad
why
idea.
You withdrew your troops to handle the panic that will break out in Atlas.
Yes. Panic is inevitable.
No.
And panic brings grim. But I believe we are ready.
No, you're not. You thought you were ready when you had your sentient trash at Bacon Academy, but that got hacked and caused even more damage.
But Atlas is willing and prepared to assist.
No, you're not.
Will eventually kill us all.
There's such a thing as protecting the world from secrets that are too dangerous to be made public. Hello?
Many lives keeping this secret.
I know. But since Beacon, things have changed. Without him here to guide us, all I can do is use my best judgment.
Okay, Ozpin, time to come to the forefront. Come on.
What is it?
Actually, Oz isn't completely gone.
Not yet, anyway.
Oscar here is...
Basically the next Ozpin. Yep.
Oz? I'm so glad you're here. I didn't think you...
Not quite. He's
kind of, he's hiding.
Gone?
Like,
moment?
hiding a lot, like, deep in there.
That's not normal. How did he...
We don't know. We were in a train crash.
Yep.
And ever since, well, suddenly Oz wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, there's stuff you're not telling him. Like, a lot of stuff you're not telling him.
Did you learn anything from him about the relics before?
He told us the lamp can answer 3 questions. But all the questions were used up already.
Ah. They're pulling in an Oz move. That's...
Ozpin told us
that might
too.
lead to trouble.
Once
I don't
upon a
know.
time. At least we have you, Oscar. You're safe here in Atlas. Maybe together we can figure out how to bring Ozpin back.
Thank you, sir. I mean, General.
He's so awkward. So, is that going to... Oh, he's giving it back.
You're giving it
Oh,
back to
cool.
me?
After what happened with the Aesops, I don't want you to think I'm keeping anything from you. Especially something as important as this.
Well, hey.
For the time being, I think it's safest with the people who brought it here.
Well, that's definitely a nice gesture. And shrink to stowable size.
We must work together if we are to fight Salem and win. Now, if you're all on board...
Tell us how we can help.
Okay.
Good. Because getting the Amity Tower ready to launch won't be easy.
Is that right?
But first, I think we need to get those weapons of yours up to our standards.
Yeah, that was an embarrassment.
Remember, this is Atlas. While assisting the military, we will provide you with the best equipment our scientists can devise.
Really?
Yeah!
That sounds cool.
That was the second time I got banned. Then there was the third time when...
All right, cut the chatter.
There's the Aesops guys.
I'd like to sincerely apologize for the miscommunication down in Mantle. We didn't intend to...
So bad, honestly. If we had known who you were, we'd be laughing over a hot meal right now. And
I understand. You were just following
double,
orders.
triple vision?
Could have asked us some questions first.
Questions are for the weak. But we're all on the same team now. Not that I'm happy about it.
Oi. Yes, you are.
I just wanted to say we're sorry. And that we're looking forward to working with you on our next mission. You're students, but you've been fighting just as hard as we have. If not harder.
Exactly why I'm looking forward to seeing what you kids can do.
Is that right?
Not everything's a competition.
Oh, hey. He's a monk. Cool.
Come on, let me show you around campus.
Yes. This is so great. Much needed bit of levity. And now something harder hitting.
I meant it when I said it was good to see you again.
Or not?
Yeah. You too.
That's got to have some kind of ulterior motive. Did he just place a tracker on Crow? He
So
just
that
placed a
weighs the
tracker on Crow,
cafeteria,
didn't he?
And that weighs the training rooms. Oh, and over there are the classrooms. This all looks great, Penny.
But they're tired.
Where are we staying? Remember, you're in Atlas now. As the most well-funded school on Remnant, every team at Atlas Academy gets their own room. And if that wasn't enough,
So we're staying in the dorms?
Yeah.
it'll be just like Beacon again.
I don't know about that. Each academy has a different way of handling things. We saw that with Shade Academy and Vacuo in the After the Fall book, which is currently out of sight, but it's there. Now, what's happening on the ground? Faunus workers starting a shift or finishing a shift? And who is that? Watts. Of course it's Watts. Why wouldn't it be?
For the last time, a singular hideout makes us more susceptible to discovery.
But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized?
We stay mobile.
Who's he talking to?
Walking around a city with 1,000 eyes.
Oh, he's talking to Tyrion.
While
Okay.
cybersecurity has been stepped up in Atlas, as usual, none of the code was updated in Mantle.
Is that right?
That
Wow.
certainly sounds useful.
Well, that's
It
going to
should
mean
be.
trouble.
I helped write that code, after all.
Jeez. Yep. Yeah, don't know why I'd be surprised. Crying out loud.
Well, I suppose we all have our talents.
That right. He's just itching to fight and kill someone. Oh, he already killed someone. That's not great. That's not great at all. So, yeah, I kind of figured they'd end on a bit of a heavier note. So, that's a thing. I wonder if that was a brief flashback to the moment the journalist was killed, or if that was just Tyrion killing someone else. Questions. Brr. Huh. 6'3", 6'5", 6'1", with a waggy tail that he can't stop. 6'6", tall monk boy. And 5'7". That hairstyle kind of puts me in mind of, like, a tuft of feathers or something. I don't know. That's a thing. So, that was interesting. Okay, so Ironwood wants to build a tower and essentially create the first proper satellite. There is so much that can go wrong with that. I think Watts is going to be trying to take control of that to cause trouble. And that's going to be a major issue. Not to mention, even if Amity Arena is able to be turned into kind of like a high atmospheric satellite thing, even if they manage to do that, having a satellite that only one kingdom is in control of is, ooh, that's not a good look. The Amity Coliseum may have been for for bringing the kingdoms together, and yes, technically that's what it would be getting used for again, but there's so much that can be done with that would just cause so much trouble. For example, if the Beacon Tower is reconstructed, in addition to Amity Coliseum being like an atmospheric satellite, there could be a situation where the satellite is taken control of by nefarious forces, and consequently, with the satellite being taken control of, it could be reverse engineered into something that would stop all signals from all towers instead of supplementing the signals for the towers or replacing them when one or more of the towers falls. Even if that doesn't happen, again, having a satellite tower that only one kingdom is in control of. Not a good look, because then if the wrong people come to power and take control of the satellite, then they could use that to more or less have the world by the cojones and try to lead it in whatever direction they want. And that is just not good. That's not good at all. Especially with some of what we've seen being hinted at for Ironwood possibly getting overthrown. I mean, it's already been stated clearly in this episode that the people don't really like him right now. And even though he may be willing to take that as a consequence of the actions that he's taking, which he feels is necessary, it is still something that sows the seeds of discontent, and he will one day end up reaping the whirlwind for that. Personally, I think he's sacrificing the future for the present, and I don't know if he's even aware of that. Fortunately, at least it seems like Team RWBY and company won't be in a jail cell, because they just happened to run across Ironwood, Winter, and Penny right as they were being taken somewhere, wherever that was. So now I guess they're basically just going to be added into the Atlas Academy roster. And that tells me that they might possibly be having something that it's a bit closer to like an actual school curriculum. They could end up getting folded in with the Atlas Academy students. So for at least some of this season, and heck, maybe on into season 8, possibly, we could have something that's a bit more like how it was at Beacon Academy, where yes, there was other stuff going on, but there was also the main focus of huntsmen and huntresses in training that are working to become the huntsmen and huntresses of the future generation. Which, I'm not going to lie, I'd actually kind of enjoy that. I think that'd be pretty cool, but I don't know if that would slow the pacing too much or not. There are ways in which that could be handled, but at the same time, I just don't know. I hope the pacing doesn't suffer too much. If they're able to strike that balance between huntsmen and huntresses in training and other plot stuff happening, that would be great. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the Winter Maiden is like, though. Having it mentioned that she isn't exactly a spring bird tells me that she's probably an elderly lady, much like Maria Calavera. In fact, the Winter Maiden might have been young back when Maria was still working as the Grim Reaper, before she lost her eyes to TikTok the Croc. Yeah, it was kind of fun to see that apparently there are people in Atlas who are, 1, aware of Team RWBY, and 2, actually kind of excited to get to meet them. I don't know if that's like an actual legitimate thing, or if that could be like a ruse for something else further down the line, whether it's a ruse for something more military related, or it's a ruse for something more nefarious. I honestly have no idea. It could be either way, and it could definitely be that there is at least one person in the ASOPs who is kind of working with Watts and thereby an extension of Salem's nefarious goals. I'm not entirely sure which one should be kept an eye on for that, if that ends up being a thing, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how things turn out in regards to that. For now, I think I'll leave it here. As always, if you enjoyed watching, please be sure to subscribe for more and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified of anytime there's something new out, because, oh yeah, there's going to be new stuff. And if you want to see more videos, be sure to click here, and that will take you to a playlist or a recommended video or something that I think you might like or something. And subscribe button, boom. Take care, and until next time, this is Torma Ximnus signing off. Stay frosty, my friends.